single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way.
I wanted to talk about a little series we're going to be doing over in our private group, growing $1,000 to $1 million in 1 year. Okay, guys, so for the next year, starting tomorrow, we are going to be doing a $1,000 to $1 million challenge in our private trading group. So we're going to talk about the few ways you can get into that group so you guys can take part in that challenge and actually follow along with the trade signals that we're doing, all of the trades we're going through, everything we're doing to grow our portfolio. But we'll get to that a little later in the video. So if you guys are new here, make sure to subscribe and leave a like on this video if you do enjoy, and let's get right into it. So what we're going to be doing for the next year is trying to grow $1,000 to $1 million plus. So this is how we're going to do it. So first off, I have a private course as well as doing coaching calls and everything like that. I've been trading for the last 4 years, started off in stocks and now have been in cryptocurrency for about a year and a half now. And I've grown my own wealth to a very conservative figure in the amount of time that I've been able to trade. So I've done pretty well for myself so far. So now I'm looking to grow, do this little challenge for all of you guys looking to start to trade and start to get into investing, not only in cryptocurrency, but stocks as well as other markets as well. So how we're going to do this, first step is basically we are going to trade the specific coins, okay, that have to do with a little thought process that I've obviously gone through to think of how I form this coin list. But we're going to be trading a group of specific coins that are on my watch list, and the reason for this is they offer higher profitability for most than most coins, and it's going to allow us to hit our quota every single week. So I want to jump in and show you guys just a little breakdown of what we're going to be doing. So what we're going to be doing is taking $1,000, and we are going to be on average looking to make every 1 week. So per week, we want to be making 15% of our total portfolio. So 15% every single week is what we are looking to do. Now here's why. So we'll get into it with an Excel sheet and I'll show you guys the actual numbers, but compound interest. So every single week, we're going to be growing our total portfolio by 15% or more, hopefully, in order to compound the money that we have and grow to $1 million plus in a year. Now, the reason we're doing this mainly with cryptocurrency is because of the volatility and real value potential that cryptocurrency does offer for the next year. So we're going to be doing a combination of things. So first off, we are going to be mainly focusing on swing trading. Now we'll jump into why we're going to be mainly focusing on swing trading in a second here, but we will also be focusing on day trading, and then the last thing will be long term. Okay, so here's why we're basically doing it in this order. So first off, we'll jump into TradingView in a second so I can show you guys the actual numbers, but on average, I seem to be averaging usually 20% or more on all of my swing trades that I've been doing while I have been trading for the past year and a half. So with the strategy and technique that I go through, I average on average, like I just said, about 20% per week just off of the swing trades, because the coins that we choose to trade specifically offer that volatility based off of their market cap as well as their price, allowing for that type of profitability. There's a difference between trading high market cap coins and low market cap coins. Now, we're not necessarily trading low market cap coins, but we've chosen coins that fit that profitability. So first off, it's going to be swing trading. Second off, we're going to be using a part of our portfolio to day trade. And again, I'll show you guys the numbers in a second, but there's a lot of opportunities throughout the day for day trading that allow for high profitability. So you can walk away day trading just in one day if you really were trading for a good amount of time, something like, anywhere from 5 to 30% really just in one day, depending on the day, obviously. So Obviously, day trading is more trades, which is why we want to focus completely on swing trading for the most part, just because swing trading already provides the target goal and more that we're aiming for, but also work in some day trading with part of our portfolio, a smaller part that we're going to be using for swing trading compared to day trading. So, and then third, guys, we will be building in a strategy allowing us to build up a long-term portfolio on some of the coins that we believe are going to achieve 100, 200, 400, 500, 1,000% within the next year. There will be a technique that we build in to allow us to build up money over time in those long-term holds. So this is basically the breakdown. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that, but if you guys do want to follow along and learn the strategy and techniques that we're going to be using, you can check out our Entrepreneur Investors course in the description. I think it's the second link in the description. Learn how I made 200,000 plus in the first year of my investing. So that is the link, and then under the courses section as well. But again, there's a discount until July 31st, just because I'll give you guys a week, and then we're going to be raising the price since we're going to be putting a lot of content in there about the stock market as well. Since I do trade multiple markets, I want to be able to educate you guys on becoming well-rounded investors and not just focusing on a pretty high-risk market, which is cryptocurrency. So let's jump into the real reasons why we're going to be starting with swing trading. So I have an example here for you guys of a swing trade that I just did last week on Litecoin, allowing me to profit 23%, and also a few of my students I got in on this trade. Some of my coaching students allowed them to grow their portfolio by 23%. I think one of my students made like a couple $1,000s in just a couple days, so not too bad there. But what we're going to be focusing on obviously is swing trading, and that's the reason why, because on the specific time interval as well as frequencies that we are trading on, it does allow for opportunities where you can see 20% or more growth within a week, around a week's time, sometimes more, which is why we're going to also be using other strategies like day trading and long-term holding, but mainly focusing on swing trading. And again, here's why. We have 5 days 23% and then 8 days 20%. On average, we find that we can profit a lot more just from a simple swing trade than if we were just risking our capital on hundreds of trades per week when we're day trading. So that is why we will mainly focusing on swing trading. Now, once we jump into some day trades here, as you can see, here's an example right here of a trade that just happened like an hour ago, about 1.8% in 2 hours. And again, this isn't one of the coins we would necessarily look to day trade because the profitability is not there. Just for one example, Zilliqa is a very profitable coin to day trade. So I'll show you guys this one, for example. 1.8% in 1 hour, not the best example there, but let's see, right around here, possibly, probably the same thing. But anyway, building up 1 to 2% in an hour, still very obviously profitable. So not something that's bad. So that's why we're going to be building in day trading as well. Here's a good example, 5% in 1 hour. And obviously every trade won't be like this, but on the ones that are, that's going to allow us to grow our account very quickly if we're getting into multiple trades per day, averaging, if we average 5 to 10%, I would say, 5% is a conservative average for day trading. And if we just day traded 3 times a week, we would be able to hit our goal of 15% a week just with our day trades. So that's besides the point, but again, I do want to show you guys that we will be using a day trading strategy in there as well. And again, you guys get all the signals for our swing trades, our day trades, and in that private course and group, obviously, you guys are going to be able to watch me trade, and we will have a daily investor call Monday through Friday for 1 hour. Actually going to push that up to 1.5 hours once we release all the stock content, but for now it's 1 hour live stream Monday through Friday. So again, guys, that is the second link in the description, I think, but you can find it in the description, Entrepreneur Investors course. Definitely check that out. But here is the table where I will show you guys how we're going to reach this goal. So again, 15%, this little 1.15 basically multiplies all of this by 15% as we continue down and continues to compound it. Now, obviously, once we get into the larger numbers, we're not going to be using all of it for one trade, so we'll have to start to diversify a lot more. But we're going to be aiming for at least $1 million, hopefully within the next year. So this is basically the breakdown of how we'll get there. We might, only end up at 750, maybe, 500 even, because obviously we don't want to be putting too much money in each trade, but I think we can for sure get to that $1 million point within the next year. So as you can see, 52 weeks, $1,246,206. So that is what we are looking to be at by this week next year. And if you guys want to follow along, again, link is in the description. Join the Entrepreneurs Investors course if you guys want to follow along, because we will be starting that tomorrow. But for those of you guys who don't want to, we also have a free trading group that we're actually going to be doing a live stream in probably the next 10 minutes right after I post this video. So again, join our free group for those of you who don't want to be in our private group. But yeah, besides that, I just wanted to show you guys a little breakdown of the little challenge, I guess you could say, we're going to be doing in our private course. So for those of you guys who want to be involved with that, again, discount will only be good for about the next week, up until the end of July. So for those of you guys who want to join in on that and work with us, grow your accounts yourselves with what we're doing, then I would definitely recommend joining tonight or tomorrow. Get into that, and we're going to be starting it up tomorrow. So hope you guys are excited. For those of you who are in the Entrepreneur Investors course, any of you guys watching the video that are in the group, just leave a comment down below saying investor with a capitalization mark and or exclamation mark, excuse me. And yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Again, all the resources down in the description for you guys, and I will see you guys in that next video that we will have tomorrow. Have a good one, guys.